Hey guys, Tony Dark here, and today I want to share a story that comes from the Idaho State Journal. Uh, Skull identified more than 30 years after it was found by hunters in Southeast Idaho. In October of 1986, a hunter in Oneida County found the skull of an unknown victim 400 to 500 yards away from where partial remains of two teenage girls from Pocatello were found in 1981. Tina Anderson, 12, and Patricia Campbell, 15, were last seen at Pocatello's Alameda Park during a 1978 Pioneer Day celebration. This unknown skull was initially identified as a third victim, possibly of a mixed-race descent, according to experts in the 1980s. For years, the public wondered and speculated as to her identity. Last year, members of the Idaho Cold Cases Facebook page, including myself, this is Crystal, donated $5,000 towards the forensic identification of the skull by the Othrium Labs in Texas. So before I move on with this article, I do want to give a big shout out to Crystal Douglas. She is the one who wrote this article, and I am in touch with her on Facebook, and I am part of this Facebook group actually that she mentions in this article. Big shout out to her. She does a really good job with everything on that Facebook group. Really good Facebook group to join. I normally like to leave, I like to cite my sources, and I like to leave links to groups and stuff like that. But lately, YouTube has been pretty bad about doing that. They've been taking YouTube channels down actually for leaving links, which makes no sense to me because, like I said, you can even look through my old videos. I like to cite my sources. I leave links in the description of where I get my sources from. So until this is fixed, all I can do is just say, hey, this is where I got my sources from. This story is from the Idaho State Journal. That's all I can say. I can't leave a link to the story because it does risk a chance of me losing this channel. YouTube is weird and strange like that, but it is what it is for now. In the future, I will probably update. I will update once this is situated or fixed or whatever. I will definitely update that and put links in the description. So on with the article. Thankfully for Dr. Samantha Blatt of Idaho State University played a vital role in coordinating necessary information and collecting samples between the parties to start forensic genealogy work. I can pronounce words wrong, so I'm not the perfect reader. But past Oneida County leaders, most notably Sheriff Jeff Semrad and Lieutenant Patsy Sherman, Captain Paul Newbold from Brigham County, Pocatello, police detectives, and many others from various agencies worked this case for over 40 years. That is a long time. That is a long time. That is more than I've been alive. So I apologize if I've neglected to name anyone specifically. This comes from Crystal Douglas, who wrote the article. I now have permission from Oneida County Sheriff's Arnie Jones to announce the skulls have been 100% positively identified as that of Patricia Campbell. Her family was notified Wednesday. Today is, as the time of this recording, it is Monday, moving on to Tuesday because it's 11 p.m. Sadly, Patricia's mother, her brother Dell, and sister Melissa passed away before hearing the good news. I think somehow they knew before any of us. That is really sad and unfortunate when things like this do happen. I know of many other cases where they do get solved, but unfortunately the family has passed on, so their time here on Earth, they didn't get to know what actually happened, but thank you to everyone who held on to hope and prayed for this unknown skull. I don't know if or when anyone will be charged with these murders, but this identification is one step towards a resolution. DNA technology is a godsend. Oneida County will be paying towards the cremation and burial of Patricia's remains so she can be finally interned with her mother. So, sad story, good ending. Of course, justice hasn't been served yet, so whoever is responsible for this, I don't know if they have DNA that can tie this to someone. So I don't see this case being solved in that sense. You know, I don't think anyone's gonna be there's gonna be charges pressed on anyone. And even if they did find out, more than likely this person is probably already deceased. So they're probably, already, they're too old. So unfortunately, things like that do happen. So let me know in the comments if you've heard of the story before. This is a new case for me, but it is nice to know that there's some sort of resolution to it. And it's good to know that a cold case has somewhat been solved. I mean, at least the identity of the individual. Rest in peace, Patricia Campbell. She's been identified. Unfortunately, we still don't know what happened to her or who's responsible for her death. And like I stated earlier, more than likely, we probably won't even know because it is a pretty old case. It's been over 30 years. So, more than likely, the suspect is deceased or really, really old right now and is pretty close to dying. So, if there is an update to this video or to this story, I will post something in the comments. But as for right now, rest in peace, Patricia Campbell. I'm Tony Dark. I'll catch you guys in the next one.